we have this one, the Burbank Sessions. This record was also produced by Randy Ray Mitchell. So now I'm coming out of, I'm in the season of grief and mourning, and I'm trying to find my way out of this. So I am writing the songs for the Burbank Sessions, but at the same time, Randy and I found Randy actually found it, this big studio space in Burbank, where we put a band together, rehearsed the band, and as we're rehearsing the band and I'm writing the songs, the band is putting this, we're creating the album at the same time. So it's not really a live album, but at the end of it, it is, we're in our rehearsal space, and we mic'd everything up for recording with a Pro Tools session, did each song twice, and Randy, did some post-production on it, and that's what became the album, The Burbank Sessions. But the songs, One Beautiful Life, I'm coming to terms with, I'm still alive, I still have a life to live, you have to move on. There's a clock on the wall that's a ticking. There's a woman down the hall that's gone missing. This is your one beautiful life, so I'm finding my way out and up and reaching for the light through the cloud. That's where this record starts. These Shoes is the next song, I think. These Shoes is a song about making judgments. I was in a place after Donna passed away, and now I am on the verge of finding a new person in my life, and I don't know how to navigate it, but there are a lot of eyes on me. I remember thinking back to when my mother-in-law passed away, and very quickly after she passed away, he took up with another woman. And I was kind of judgmental at the time. And I remember thinking, like people have this attitude of, you have to wait a certain amount of time with this, an unwritten protocol for that kind of thing. And I get it, and I got it, and but when I was in it, and I was the guy, and now I was trying to move through, and eyes are now on me. And I realized, you can't judge anybody for anything, because unless you're in their shoes and know what it's like to be in that position, and that goes to whether you're making a judgment about a trans kid, and you're not the parent of a trans kid, or any kind of situation in any walk of life, in any way, shape, or form, you can't make a judgment. And even biblically, it says, "Judge not, lest ye be judged." So, message to society, let's realign our point of view a little bit. I didn't mean to preach. The next song is Why Aren't You Here With Me? Okay, so now I've met Francesca, who's Italian and living in Milan. I'm living in LA. That's what that song was basically about. Why aren't you here with me? September in Your Eyes, next song. Also very much about Francesca and finding love again. The surprise that it was, because it's a surprise. Anytime you fall in love, love is a surprise. I didn't see it coming. So, beautiful song, but that's what it's about. Never Too Late. It's lyrically, it's just it's never too late to dream. Basically tells a story of people saying things, and but all their opinions don't really matter, because nobody really cares but you about you. So you have to do you, be true to you, and don't let those other voices, even the little voice in your head especially, talk you out of shit that you feel you're called to do. But anyway, so Never Too Late to Dream, you got the point there. Song Gentle Girl. I've now met Francesca, intertwining how, the inspiration for songs with my life. Francesca is an art dealer, and she has an opening at her gallery, and I know nothing about the art world. I'm completely new to this scene, so I'm just there taking it all in. And he had a painting on the wall, and this girl approached me over my right shoulder and says, what do you think of that painting? And I said, well, I don't know, I like it. It's got some cement, and it's got some stucco, and it's got a feather and a butterfly. It's got weight, and then it has freedom and light. I like it. And then she said, I'm the artist. And I said, hi. And it's an artist, her name is Lucy Dodd. She said, that's a pretty good interpretation, of where I was coming from. And then we had this whole conversation about, sorry, this is such a long story. about her being a strong woman and having a difficult time with relationships because she's a strong woman and men get intimidated by her. In response to her I said, well, yeah, I understand that. I said, but I have always found in a strong woman, there's a gentle girl. And she said, that's a song title. And she was right. So I went home, wrote the song, made a demo, and sent her the demo as a little present. And I think the last song on this record is Alone. It was another revelation for me of going through this experience of losing my wife, is recognizing how difficult it is to be alone. And there again, gaining a whole new respect for people that I know who do live alone and have lived their life alone. And I believe that if you're able to do things like that, you're uniquely gifted to do things like that. I didn't have that gift. And although I had this perception in my mind that because I'd like to be alone, I generally write alone, I daydream alone, that I was cool with being alone. But I discovered that I didn't know how to be alone and didn't like being alone, and felt incomplete alone. So the song Alone is basically delves into that consciousness and revelation.